John Wayne Gacy. The killer clown, John Wayne Gacy, tortured and murdered 33 young men and boys, burying them beneath his house. He lured them with promises of work or friendship, only to unleash unspeakable horrors. Beneath his painted smile was a monster wearing a mask of normalcy. In the foggy alleys of Victorian London, Jack the Ripper butchered 5 women, leaving them gutted and mutilated. Throats slashed, organs removed with surgical precision, each murder scene more horrifying than the last. His identity remains unknown, a ghostly figure lost to time, but forever lurking in the shadows. Charming and deadly, Ted Bundy lured women to their deaths with a smile. He confessed to killing 30 young women, bludgeoning them to death before violating their corpses. Escaping prison twice, he continued his spree, leaving a trail of bodies and terror across America until his execution. The Milwaukee cannibal hunted young men, bringing them back to his apartment of horrors. Jeffrey Dahmer dismembered his victims, preserving their skulls and organs and consuming their flesh. A stench of death filled his home, a ghastly graveyard hidden in plain sight. Known as the Butcher of Rostov, Andrei Chikatilo slaughtered over 50 women and children. He ripped apart his victims, fueled by a sadistic pleasure in their agony. When caught, his monstrous crimes shocked a nation that believed such evil could never exist. Pedro Alonso López, known as the Monster of the Andes, murdered over 110 young girls, claiming to have killed 300. He lured them from villages, raped and strangled them. Released from prison in 1994, he vanished into the world, a predator unleashed once more. Richard Ramirez, dubbed the Night Stalker, was a satanic disciple who broke into homes across Los Angeles, slaughtering and sexually assaulting his victims with utter savagery. He showed no remorse, leaving symbols of his dark faith behind. Even in death, his shadow lingers. Albert Fish, a sadistic cannibal known as the Grey Man, tortured and devoured children. His most infamous crime was the abduction of Grace Budd, sending her family a letter describing how he ate her flesh. A chilling reminder that true evil can come wrapped in innocence. H. Holmes. America's first serial killer, H. Holmes, built his murder castle, a labyrinth of torture chambers in Chicago. His victims, often young women, were trapped, tortured and killed in rooms designed for horror. Some he gassed, others he burned alive. No one knows how many he killed. In the foggy alleys of Victorian London, Jack the Ripper butchered 5 women, leaving them gutted and mutilated. Throats slashed, organs removed with surgical precision, each murder scene more horrifying than the last. His identity remains unknown, a ghostly figure lost to time, but forever lurking in the shadows. These killers are more than stories. They are reminders of the darkest capabilities of the human soul.